Finally, Shiba Inu coin hinting at erasing a zero. Now, I wish, right? I wish we were... guys, the sentiment is so much different from back in 2021. Making those videos back in 2021 when Shiba Inu coin was ripping up like 10, 20x higher, and we were thinking about erasing that zero, and everybody was excited, and there was hundreds of thousands of people, and here we are. Now there's hundreds of people excited about Shiba Inu coin erasing zero just to get back to where we were with 4 zeros, right? So it is much different sentiment. We're still going to be talking about it though because Shiba Inu coin might be bouncing back. Let's talk about it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and as you can see, we're going to be going over this article in a second here, but before we do, I want to say that YouTube has changed their cryptocurrency policy, and what is permitted is educational content, news, and discussions about crypto. That is all that this is, all right? In no way is anything in this video a recommendation, promotion, promise, guarantee, suggestion that you guys do anything. We are simply talking about crypto. Yes, we're going to talk about new coins. Yes, we're going to talk about Shiba Inu coin. Yes, we're going to talk about price expectations and predictions and so on. But it is simply that. Do not make a decision based on any of this without consulting the correct people and an understanding that it is your decision to make. So before we jump back into Shiba Inu coin, I want to show you guys Bitcoin Hyper. And the only reason I'm showing you this is so that you know it exists in the first place and you can make your own decision as to whether or not you want to research it more. Now, I've made my decision and I own some Bitcoin Hyper. They're building a layer 2 blockchain, and the way it's going to work is you're going to bridge over from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Hyper. You're going to be able to transact with your instant finality. And Bitcoin right now, actually, I've been buying some Bitcoin recently, and it takes 54 minutes. Expected transaction time is 54 minutes, guys. So that's actually a very, very long time. And Bitcoin Hyper would fix that, right? Instead of immediate, you're trading immediately instead of 54 minutes later. So, and then utilizing zero-knowledge proofs, it sends that info back to the Bitcoin blockchain. And of course, when you're ready to withdraw, you can withdraw. These guys have done a phenomenal job. They've got 429 buyers just in the last 24 hours. They've raised $28.7 million. And they've got 16,000 followers on X. Yeah, 16,400 followers out on their X account. So if you are interested in researching them a little bit more, you got a link down there in the description. You can check them out. But it says that Shiba Inu coin edged higher on Friday, reaching a high of 910 points per coin. Now, it is back down a little bit today, as Bitcoin is back down a little bit, and the rest of the market is back down a little bit. You can see Bitcoin down 1.75%, 1.80% over the last 24 hours here. Ethereum down 2.40%, and of course, Shiba Inu coin back down to 850 points per coin from the 910 points per coin that it was touching just yesterday. Shiba Inu coin quietly rallied from a low of 750 on November 22nd, marking 4 out of 5 days in the green. And that's actually impressive, guys. You know, everybody's upset with Shiba Inu coin right now because it's only at 850 points per coin. But when you move from 750 to 850, that's roughly a 15% increase in the price in just a day. So trading is still very volatile. Trading is still very exciting. It's just you're lacking the excitement of new highs being hit. Now, one of the reasons I think that is happening is because everybody is so darn afraid they don't know what to do. We're sitting at a level of 20 fear. We're coming off level of 10 extreme fear. It's the lowest level of fear that we have seen. Where, you know, the highest, however you want to look at it, highest level of fear, lowest level of confidence that we have seen in the last several years. Cryptocurrency is not in a good position right now for retail investors. But you know who's loading up? Institutions. Guys, there are new treasury companies being formed seemingly every day with the sole purpose of accumulating as much crypto as possible. That gets me excited, right? I can go out there and accumulate as well. Maybe I'm not accumulating for tomorrow or next week. It might be a decade down the road. But guys, if this industry turns into tens of trillions of dollars, I don't want the institutions to be the only ones that grow wealthy from it. I want my chance as well. So I've made my choice, right? So is Shiba Inu coin a December rally? Technical and historical narratives suggest that Shiba Inu coin saw a sudden sharp rally after a prolonged period of decline. March 2024, for instance, when Shiba Inu coin rallied 144%. Shiba actually rallied more than 144% back in March of 2024. Shiba Inu coin was sitting down here at 900 points per coin, rose all the way up to 4,500 points per coin in a matter of a week. I mean, you guys can see the chart. That's a 5x increase in a week right there. It's much more than 144%. They might be considering it 144% from the where it ended March after coming back down, and where's I don't know what their numbers are looking at there, but Shiba Inu coin rallied much more and much quicker. With Shiba Inu coin eyeing its third consecutive red month in the fourth quarter here, expectations remain for a relief rally at the end of 2025. Shiba Inu coin would need to rise 65% from its current price in order to achieve a positive 2025 close. Shiba Inu coin price closed its first red October since inception, flipping a timeless historical narrative. When Shiba Inu coin has mostly had red Decembers, the exception of December 2023, a historical narrative flip might support a green December this time around. Eyes are going to be on what Shiba Inu coin brings for December, with U.S. perpetual style futures to be launched by Coinbase, as well as 24/7 trading for its monthly futures. Incredible. We've also got more catalysts out there, including an interest rate decision in, I believe, mid-December sometime. And we've also got the Santa Claus rally that a lot of people in the stock market and in the cryptocurrency market look forward to. So there is a lot that could happen towards the end of the year here. I choose to remain optimistic because if I don't, I fall victim to the fear. And if I allow this negative emotion to dictate my decisions, you sell at the bottom and of course you buy at the top. Nobody wants to do that. Let me know what you guys end up deciding down in the comments below. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.